lovely story called Steadfast Tin Soldier. So I'm going to do the story and yeah, let's go. So there was once this man who had a spoon and it had lots of ribbons and hearts and beautiful stuff on it, and it was a serving spoon and it was so beautiful. But then one day the spoon had been dropped into this, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a tin maker who makes tin stuff, and it was dropped into his hand and he melted it, and then he used it to make these handsome tin soldiers. One of them had one leg. So it was easy for him to walk because he was made out of tin. He just goes like that. But he had one leg. The thing is that he is the person who was going to do, it's a surprise, so I can't tell you. Anyway, the man who made the soldier with one leg, he told him, you're going to have courage and you're going to be the best one. And he cared his love on that one because he couldn't finish it for the day. And so, that's how it went. They were all packed up in the box, the lid was wrapped, a ribbon tied on top, and it was given to this boy on the birthday party of him. When he opened it, he was so happy. He cried, "Oh, tin soldiers, tin soldiers!" He was so happy for tin soldiers. And when he opened it, he saw the one-legged soldier. But he didn't mind. He could show his love and care because he loved it. And he was surprised to see he could stand on one leg. The way of how the boy cared for him was the same way of how the person who made the Tin Man loved. One day, when the boy opened it, all of the soldiers were out. The boy placed all the soldiers right onto his desk where there was this beautiful toy. There was a jack-in-the-box with a troll inside it. And then there was this beautiful castle. It had other toys, but it had the most wonderfulest thing, which is the castle, which had real windows you could see from. And it had all the details a castle would have. It had turrets, it had the pointy roofs, it had the cone, and it had everything so beautiful. But the best part of all was the person who lived in there. She was this beautiful princess ballerina. She was like this. But the one-legged soldier also thought she had one leg because her foot was hiding under her beautiful tutu skirt. Well, it wasn't really a tutu, but it was a beautiful dress which was up till here somewhere. And she looked beautiful. The tin soldier rather thought in his head whether one day he was going to marry her. But it wouldn't be a slight thing because he's a soldier. And that's not what a soldier does. But he thought that might happen one day. But you never know how the life in the future happens. So, after that, when he saw them, the maid came in the night. Because, you see, all the toys were playing. Yeah? But the maid had took all of the soldiers in the box. But he didn't see the one-legged soldier. So the soldier joined in the fun with the toys. The pencil was one of the toys which was on the play desk which the soldiers were kept on. The pencil kept writing stuff on the board, and he scribbled and did everything. The princess kept staring out of her window and looking everywhere, looking at the beauty. The princess was like the queen of the playroom. Everyone admired her. Then the soldier liked it as well. The next time, the soldier looked at the girl with beauty. Then the troll popped out of his mouth and he said, "What are you doing here? Why haven't you got packed up with your brothers? You should have been packed. If you don't leave, you'll see what's going to happen tomorrow." And then he hid under his little box. The soldier wondered, I wonder what the troll's thinking about. Then, after that, the little boy kept the soldier on his white shelf, just close to the window by the street. Then, the next day, the curtain grabbed the soldier and he swung him down and he fell and got stuck in this pile of these concrete stones. The next day, the maid and the little boy were searching. They had stepped on the soldier several times, but they never saw him. The soldier could have spoken out. "Here I am, I'm stuck over here in these cardboard little rocks." But he didn't shout or did anything because he thought it was soldier unlike. And so, the little boy and the maid kept searching for hours and hours and hours, but they never found the little soldier stuck in the two cobbled rocks. And so, they went back inside. Then, it was night time. Everyone was asleep. The toys were playing as usual, but the soldier didn't hear. Then, one drop of rain, one drop of rain, one drop, two drop, three drop, four drop. Boo! The rain was pouring. The soldier was sad. Then, the next day was school. On school, two boys saw the soldier. "He is nothing like a soldier. He's got one leg," said one boy. "I would rather put him in a boat and sail him down a drain." "Good idea," said the other boy. They picked him up, and the other boy made a paper boat. He placed the soldier in the boat, colored it red and blue, placed it in the water, and laughed, "Ha ha ha ha," for the little soldier sailing in the boat. Then they saw the drain. They were scared. They reached the arm and almost catched them, but he was too late. The water slipped the boat down and fell into the drain. Luckily, there was this, I think it was a rat, a water rat, which is quite strange, you know, a water rat. And I think it was shouting at him. Yes, he was shouting at him saying, "Where is your passport? You can only come in with a passport." The soldier was silent. He didn't say anything. The rat got so angry. Then he told all his friends, "This soldier will not give his passport. He won't give any money to pay, even if he is in this down dump area." Then this rat chased the soldier, but the boat was so quick for the water. Then, suddenly, a fish gobbled him up, but he was still alive. He was in the mouth, but he wasn't chewed to pieces. Luckily, the fish tried, but he was made out of tin. So the fish just kept him and thought, "Yeah, I'll give it to one of my friends." It was even darker than it was in the water swamp when he fell down the drain. So dark, he couldn't even see a thing. He was wondering how long he had been, because he couldn't see whether it was night or it was day. Then the fish went, and it jumped everywhere. The tin soldier was like, I don't know what's going on." He was so afraid. out the beautiful ballerina princess waiting at the castle, staring out of her window looking for him. He thought about all his friends and what could have happened. And he thought again. And again. And again. I know, he said, maybe this was all caused by the pop-up troll. So, what he did, he was stuck inside for many hours. Then, he heard the maid come, walking past, and then he picked up the fish. She opened carefully the fish's mouth and quickly took out the soldier. As the fish snapped, her mouth hissed her, but the fish's mouth closed. But the maid had the soldier, which was very lucky. And he still had one leg, and he was still alive. Then she placed him back on the soldier. Then it wasn't the boy who got the soldier for his gift, but any other children. But he couldn't do it because it was so fast. He or she threw the soldier into flames of fire. It was flaming and he felt the heat all around him. But he didn't know if it was the heat of love or the heat of fire. Naturally, it was the heat of love. And it was all like that. Then, when the maid came, she saw the heart of the soldier left. Then she saw bits of metal which were from the ballerina princess. Then the maid thought that she made it out of a necklace of a locket, and she wore it to remember the soldier with one leg and the care of his ballerina princess. And that's the end now. Now, remember when I said the character, oh, I can't tell you, it's a surprise. When I said that in this video, you can scroll back if you want to see. When I said that, the surprise thing was that this one-legged Tin Man was the hero of this whole entire story. And so, I hope you really enjoy the video of this beautiful story. And, yeah, bye! Hope you really enjoy it.